many of us know the title, Four Temperaments, and probably a few more details about it. But in many teachers' circles, it stays a bit of a rumor or a bit of folklore rather than a deep tool that one can have when working with children. To be clearer about it, when Steiner speaks about the second 7 years, he mentions the four temperaments as a main door, a main gate to come closer to children, and as a very deep need of the child in this time of life. It's a kind of a golden time to be working with your temperament as a growing, as a developing human being. The temperament one owns is a mediator, a bridge between something that comes from the past and something that should be carried out by your future individuality. It's a very important bridge, and we would like bridges in our path, in our life story, to be smooth and well built. If you need to cross a bridge with a horse riding on a carriage, carried by a horse that is not controlled by you, it's quite a risky business. If you want to cross the bridge, mustering, harnessing your horses in a good way, then it makes your path smoother or safer or more promising. Yeah. Knowing your temperament, coming to terms with your temperament, means not that you change the horses. You can't change your horses. Your horses are yours. But that you hold the reins in a much better way, and you allow your impulses as a growing, developing human being move forward to your future. This is something that can be a great hindrance in life or a huge asset in your life. All depends whether you can work with it or if your temperament works with you. Either you master your temperament or your temperament plays around with you. So the aim of knowing temperament is basically like the whole deed of education. The aim is love. How can you help children grow up, develop in a better way? So if this is of any interest for you as an educator or as a parent or as a human being interested in children and in human life generally, you're invited to join us on our workshop on the four temperaments as a window to understand children. About myself, well, I'm an Israeli, born and raised here. In my 20s, in my very early 20s, I came across anthroposophy, and it was a very short path, a very short way for me to find the world of education. And I trained in England. I went to England to train. And when I came back together with a very good colleague, we started the first world of school in Israel. That was some 32 years ago. Since then, there are very many training centers here in Israel that we started, and very many world of school here. I was class teaching for many years. I think this is the thing I like most to do, to be teaching children. And after 25 years in school, I put most of my energy nowadays to mentor teachers in many other places in Israel where needed, and in other places in the world, in Asia, or mainly in Nepal and India, sometimes in other places, having more of a global view of world of education.